All right, in discussion of is college worth it, I believe that college is not worth the cost because of the debt it has. I personally like. I'm gonna go to college, but like I'm gonna have to get student loans unless my college gets paid for, which I'm hoping for. But I just don't like how much people have to pay and like they struggle after college. Like the debt stays with them more than the actual degree and like the success that you feel for yourself. You only feel that for a short period of time, but you'll always have that debt behind you until you get paid off. And like my from my first source, like college degrees have more worth for certain people, like for however long you go to college. But if you only go to college for like, say you go to SOC, you go to college for 2 years, then you didn't spend much time there, and you're only getting a bachelor's degree. So like it says that it weighs heavier on people who go there for longer and like actually work to get the job that is required. So I just feel like people who go and have to spend all this money just to go for a couple of years and get out and just say you have a degree. Like I feel like a GED is plenty if you're trying to get a job. So basically all I have to say for now.
Okay, to add on to that, um, in today's economy, it's no longer a luxury to go to college. It's more of a necessity because mainly every career choice has to have some kind of schooling of some sort, whether it's trade school, whether it's college for 2, 4, 6, 10 years. And I mean, I'll go to college. I completely agree with college. Just prices seem to make it a little less achievable for some of the less fortunate people. I mean, one of my questions is like, what is the point of college if you can't afford going there?
It's true. Like and also one of my questions is like, how can college benefit you more than like the workforce? Like instead of going to college after high school, why don't you just go like straight into the workforce so you don't have to suffer from all the debt and everything?
Okay, so going off of what you said about the debt, it is a lot, but when you get like a good paying job, like later on after college, you're gonna have like enough money to pay back your college debt eventually. Like it's like 10 years at least to pay all that back, but you're still gonna have money and everything afterwards. And then when you said like what are the benefits or whatever, you can there's so many like better more job satisfaction. The unemployment rates have decreased or lowered, and it says that college teachers students to be resourceful so they are better able to transfer their knowledge and skills to other types of jobs, so you get like more for yourself and personal satisfaction too.
Okay, and what you said about like, uh, what's the point of college if you don't like if you can't pay it? There is a point because like she said, if you get a good paying job with the degree that you get and like everything that you do in college, you're gonna be able to pay off your loans that you have. And loans aren't a bad thing; they are because you can pay them back. So if you there is a point of going to college because you can get a good paying job and have no debt after you get out of college, and that's one of my reasons is more money, and you get more money if you have a degree because most jobs now require a degree from college. Like if say you wanted to go into like a tech company, you have to have a degree for that, and you will make a lot of money doing that. And yeah, it's a lot of schooling, so you won't get to go into the workforce after high school, but the schooling that you do in college is definitely going to pay off and allow you to get a better job. Like I don't know what you want to do, but jobs that are like available to you after you get out of high school are like welding and like a hands-on work, and not a lot of people want to do that, and there's not really a lot of job options out there anymore that don't require a college degree. So
And also, like, it was so college trained you for your, going along with what you said, just college trains you for like the job you want, and uh, you asked what the benefits were. Because she said if you're going to be a welder, you don't just jump out of high school wanting to go weld and not have a certificate. Nobody's gonna hire you. You get paid more right off the bat if you have a college degree or trade school certificate.
But after high school, it's not always just easy to hop right into college. College is always going to be costly. Some colleges that you want to go to, I actually know someone myself that wants to go to a college and they want to have it all prepaid before. But that's when you need to take out that loan, and that's where it gets upsetting and aggravating because you have to worry about that loan while you're in school and already having to stress about these classes. And some students actually will take on just for example, a 6 or 7 hour job during the day to help them pay off this loan earlier to get rid of that stress so they can do better in their classes. So,
which can also add on to the stress because of the fact that not only are you working 6 to 7 hour days, but you're also taking your classes. You also have to worry like visiting your parents if you're going to while you're in college. I mean, family issues of whatever sorts. All that stress together is not very good for your grades in college, which, and you also were talking about the debt. Most kids go in there and don't even finish because they're so worried about the debt. Because they see $20,000 for however many years that they're going into school and they start to drop out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good.
So what you said about like wanting to pay it off before they go into college and then they want to get another job, like that's their decision to want to do that. Like you don't have to do that. Like I said before, loans are okay. They're gonna get paid off no matter what because you have to pay them off. Like don't stress about it before you go to college and then not even just want to go to college because college will benefit you and help you pay off the loans. That's the whole point really about going to college is so you can get a degree and actually go into a field that you want to go into. Which comes to another point, is meeting job qualifications. And when you get a college degree, you're definitely going to meet most of the job qualifications for the job that you want to go into. So you don't even really have to stress about that because it's already guaranteed, really. And what you said about trying to make time to go see your parents, like if you really want to go to college, then you're not going to want to come back and visit your parents. Like most of the kids that go to college want to get away from their parents because they want to be independent because they're adults now. So like, yeah, it's a point to come back to see your parents, but I think college gives you a lot of independence and you have to realize that because you're going to have to do things by yourself and not rely on your parents when you're in college. So that's just my point on that.
Alright, talking about like trade schools and college and all that. Trade school, it costs a lot less to go to trade school, and like there's a lot of jobs that you can get while you're in trade school. You can get an apprenticeship and like all that, so you can learn like the material and stuff. But my question is like in the future, why should I send my child to college instead of a trade school? Like I hear the benefits of college and everything, but like I just feel like in the future trade school is going to be more important, and I feel like right now everything's moving towards trade school because like college is so much more expensive. But that's like why should I just send my child to college instead of trade school?
Since everybody's like saying that college is too expensive, it is, like I said, but I got a fact from the U.S. Department of Education. It says the true cost of college degree is about negative $500,000, but not going to college will cost you about $500,000 because you're gonna probably have to take out loans if you don't go to college because you're not going to have like a better paying job or a higher paying job like you would if you had a college degree. And then, yes, you can still go a good paying job or whatever, but you're going to get more if you go to college because, like, doctors, you have to get a degree to be a doctor. And, like, not even that. Like, business people, like, good paying jobs require a degree of some kind. And when you go into the work field right after college, well, right after high school, there's going to be some people that will go into, and the spots are going to be like taken up more, so it's going to be harder to qualify for those jobs. So it's just, I don't know. And then personal development, like you said, why would I send my kid to college? Um, it can prepare them for their life later on because it can help you manage your time and deal with stress in some ways because you're going to have to figure out how you're going to deal with all your stress by like studying and working and all this. You have to manage your time wisely in order to get through, just like you have to do in high school. It's just going to be harder to because, like you said, you want to go see your parents, but there are colleges close to your home, like community colleges. You don't have to go to university right away.
Going off of what you said about why should you send your kid to college and not a trade school, I feel like personally my parents didn't go to college, so I feel like I have to honestly be better than them because like don't get me wrong, they do succeed in life. Like I feel like if they would have went to college, it could have taken their career that they're in now a lot farther than what they have because they would have had more knowledge about it. So if you go into trade school, like it's not really preparing you for your future. Like she said, college prepares you for your future. But I mean, I know I'll send my kids to college because that's what I wanted to do and that's what I'm going to do. So altogether, honestly, college is better than trade school and it will get you farther in life.
So going off of what you just said, I personally believe that a post high school student should be able to hop into the world and go off of self application. He will learn through his own mistakes, and that's how he will develop through the world. And if he needs the college to get his dream job, he will go do that. But there are also a lot of jobs out there that pay above minimum wage, really far above minimum wage, and above any other job you can get from college. You can go and live and support off of that.
Um, Job security and job satisfaction goes along with that because the jobs now that are paying higher than minimum wage are fast food restaurants. And it's not a job that you would want to be in for multiple years. So getting a college degree would get you a job that pays more than minimum wage without you being in a fast food restaurant, say McDonald's. Like, yes, there's plenty of jobs now that pay higher than minimum wage, but it's not a job that you love. And that's what honestly will get you through your work because you'll enjoy doing what you're doing if you are able to get into that job career field.
See, that's where my problem comes in. See, there you go, McDonald's. I work at McDonald's. I make $9 an hour. Yes, it is above minimum wage. But my actual pursuit is to be a teacher, to go ahead and teach other kids how to be an adult, how to grow up, how to do basic math or whatever the case may be. But that's where I run into the problem of college, where I have to come up with thousands of dollars in order to go ahead and get my education. And being taught in consumer ed, all of us, yes, you could get a loan. It's just not the best option. And see, some kids might have like an emergency fund or maybe a fund that their parents made for their college, but not every kid has that opportunity. I mean, yes, there is the help of FAFSA and scholarships and all that, but I don't know. It seems like it just seems like it's a little more out of the price range for some kids that do aspire to be more, but may not have that opportunity to be more.
I mowed grass and made $14 an hour. That's how I want it.
What did you say?
So I mowed grass.